Community Health Association。大家下午安，谢谢大家今天来参加我们第6次的，谢谢大家来参加我们第6次的长者福利资源会。那我们今天很高兴说在这里呢有 Fremont 的总图书馆愿意让我们使用这个场地，然后能够有许多的 vendors 有许多的 resources 来这边让提供给我们一些资讯我们很高兴。We truly appreciate the support from Fremont Main Library that we can use this room to host the 6th Senior Resource Fair, and we are so excited that we have new programs. We believe that it will benefit everyone here this afternoon. And now I would like to introduce to you our big sponsor supporter to our Senior Resource Fair, Nancy from the Fremont Main Library.
Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad to see you here. I'm Nancy Tucker, and you will see me up at the reference desk or the information desk, and I take care of things, all things senior at the Fremont Main Library. And we have a very exciting program for you, and John will tell you about the program.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming on your busy schedule. However, we do have a good program for you. This afternoon we have 4 sections. And the first one, because we all realized that something could happen to us anytime, every day. So we reflect into the market needs, community needs, time to time. In the earlier this year, we know that the natural disaster happened in Japan. So we thought, what if a big earthquake happened, hit the area? How we are going to respond? That's why we have this program together. And we're so fortunate to have our community leaders and from the fire department help us to address the personal emergency preparedness. So that's our first section. The second section we talk about the prescription drug. Every year the Medicare has an open period for you to choose your new program. So this year, be careful. This year is almost 1 month early. So it started from October 15th and December 7th. So be sure, check with your plan if you need to select a new plan. Make sure you to do it during this period of time. And the third section we had Doris show us how to exercise Tai-Chi. So this famous teacher everywhere, senior center and the CDC everywhere. So she will demonstrate and lead us to exercise for the Tai-Chi. And last section we talk about the senior housing program available in the Toronto project. So all the topics are very exciting. So without further ado, let's welcome our first speaker, Barbara.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Barbara Moorbeck, and I'm a volunteer with the Fremont Fire Department. And we teach personal emergency preparedness classes. That is how you can become safer in any kind of a disaster. Now, our PEP class, as we call it, is a 3-hour class. So obviously, I'm not going to keep you here for 3 hours. I'm going to give you kind of an overview of that class. My hope is that you will find it interesting and informative enough and important enough that you will sign up for one of our 3-hour classes. All of our classes are free, and they are all now presented down at the new fire training facility, which is way out the end of Stevenson Boulevard. I'll give you the address in a little while. And so all you have to do is pick up one of our brochures here. They have the phone number on there to call up, sign up for the next class. There are only 2 more this year, one in October and one in November. But then they will be starting again in January or February. So in our 3-hour class, we talk about supplies. What do you need to be safe in your home after an earthquake? Or if you have to leave your home, what kind of supplies should you have in your car all the time? Can anybody tell me, do you have water in your car right now? Some people do. That's very good. Because if you remember the Loma Prieta earthquake, some people were stranded on the highway for hours, and it got dark, and it got cold. So you want to have a heavy jacket in your car. Ladies, if you normally wear high heels, you want to have a good pair of shoes in your car in case you have to walk home from Hayward. Okay, that's going to be a long walk. Or if you're down in Los Gatos, you need to have food, some kind of food, water, warm clothing, and a little bit of a first aid kit in your car. And of course, you need those things at your home too. In our 3-hour class, we also teach you utility control. How many know how to turn off the gas at your home already? Good, there are a few, okay. It's important to know that if you turn off the gas, you must not turn it back on yourself. You could have an explosion. You need a licensed electrician, or you need to wait for somebody from PG&E. So we want you to know when you need to turn it off and when you don't. In other words, if there's a disaster and everything seems to be running okay and you don't smell any gas, don't turn it off. All right? We also talk about electricity and water, how to turn it off safely. Electricity you can always turn back on yourself if you know how to turn it off. You can turn it back on. And water. Here's an important thing. Alameda County Water Supply has told us they are going to turn off the water in the event of a disaster until they're sure that the system has not been compromised. Okay, so you're not going to have water in your house. You better have some saved. Do you know how much water you need? Anybody want to guess? How much should... Drinking water, how much should you have? Call it out.
At least, was it 3 days or 3 weeks?
You know what? We used to say 3 days. We used to say 3 days, and then Katrina happened. And we found out that FEMA is not going to come and help us immediately. So now we're saying a gallon of water per person for 7 days.